Siyabulisa abafundi. Sisekuyona itopic ye accounting ye balance sheet. Sorry. Siyona itopic ye balance sheet, right? So senza balance sheet. Impela itopic oyona esidudla kakhulu. Right. Senza equation ke namhlanje ye balance sheet. So okay, let's have a look kwi-question paper ukuthi i-question paper isiyenzayo. Ngizobhala nje sengathi awazi lutho. Okay, kune-question lapha esekuqaleni nama-starter lapha asekuqaleni or kwi-question paper mfundi. But in line with i-balance sheet concepts, indicate whether the following statement are true or false. Write only true or false next to the question number, right? You are writing only true or false. I-multiple choice ye-balance sheet le unezwa u4 marks or mahalo ukuthi uthole. Remember, u3 marks mfundi u1%. So labaneze more than that. So a fixed deposit maturing within next 12 months will be shown as a cash flow, as a cash and cash equivalent in the balance sheet. Right? So the answer there, a fixed deposit, make sure that ngasonke isikhathi equation we funda more than once, right? A fixed deposit maturing within next 12 months. So that is true there. A fixed deposit maturing with the next 12 months would be shown as a cash and cash equivalent in the balance sheet. Yes, that's true. It's no longer be fixed. Loan, if it's 12 months or less, it's current. None a fixed deposit now. If it's 12 months or less, it's no longer be fixed, but it's a current that is cash and cash. Earnings per share are calculated using the net profit before tax, EPS, the formula of the EPS. So the answer there is false. EPS, remember EPS, it's an earnings per share. Formula corner is saying net profit after tax divided by number of shares issued at the end of the year times by 100, and therefore your answer will be something cents. Remember, it's one of the earnings. Provision for bad debts, it's a liability. Provision for bad debts is not a liability. That is false, number 3. And then number 4, 4.1.4, total capital employed consists only on ordinary share capital and retained income. So that is false there. We ask what capital employed consists of net profit before tax plus interest expense, that is the numerator, divided by shareholders equity plus non-current liability for last year, and then shareholders equity for this year plus a loan or non-current liability. You divide by 2, you times by 100, and then you tell the answer yakho is a percentage. So false wonke loyan. Then required balance sheet 36 marks the balance sheet. Prepare the balance sheet, right, for 36 marks. Balance sheet yonke leyana. Siyaqala ke laphana. Can have a look at the question. We are giving information, an amount extracted from the records of 28th of February 2019. Right, this is the balance sheet. So makuthiwa is an extract, information ecashuniwe leyana ukuze ukwazi ukwenza equation. So banginikezile laphana, and then mawucheck lapha on the next page B, umfundo listed issues, okay, ama shares wethu lawa at the end of the year, and then 30% of the fixed deposit maturing in April. So which means the current portion of loans then sizoyibala the percentage abasineze yona. And then stock is valued using the weighted average method, and all our stock is purchased on credit. So uyabona abafaka upaper 2 kodwa senza upaper 1 bafuna ukutest ukuthi uyakwazi ukcalculate i-weighted average method, but now calculate i-stock. And then the third part of the shoes from the purchase on January 2019 were not on a higher quality. They were returns to the supplier. So ufuna ucheck ukuthi ama-returns abe nini. Ama-returns in this case abe nini? Abe ngo-January, right? The third pair, so which means 3. So uzofuna ukuthi three items there because we producing the shoes here they were returned back. Maybe ziningi ke izathu ezenza ukuthi impahla ibuyiselwe emuva kube khona ama returns, either mhlambe uthenge impahla ongayifuni noma azikho in good quality noma zidabukile or anything, noma mhlambe kufile mhlambe izitsha mhlambe they were broken ikhatlari. And then wasinikezwa ama ratios laphana awu4. We have to use these ratios to get some of the figures. So firstly, go and write a formula, a format of the cash flow, of the balance sheet. So let's go and write. Then we can project. From uqala vele when mawufika kwi exam paper uzobe una i-answer book. Okwakho nje wena ukuthi ubhale bese usubeka ama figures onawo at that particular point in time. So we have balance sheet. Right, balance sheet. Stay balance sheet siqala kuphi? Siqala ngo A kulesini yethu le kade A for the assets. So I heading lo assets. Right? And then siqale ngama asset amakhulu, non current assets. It's also a heading. Then somewhere here there's a space some notes. So we have what? Fixed or tangible assets, right? Fixed or tangible assets. This is note number 3. And then uzokupi financial asset, financial assets. So we said financial assets, there are 2: investment and fixed deposit. So in this case we have fixed deposit. Look at the question paper, you can see fixed deposit there. Fixed deposit, right? So if you add these two, if you add these two, is equal to a non-current asset. And then now we are saying you go to the current asset now. You go to the current assets. So we have now current assets. Current asset, this is note number 4, note number 5, note number 6. So what is note number 4? Inventory. So we have inventory. So we choose it as inventory fund, the trading stock as well as any expense on hand. It can be packing material on hand, consumable stores on hand, stationery on hand. Inventory. Number 5, trade and other receivable. Cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent. Note number 6. So we are at a look. I'm leaving my blocks so far information soon. Right. So it says total in manje, total assets. Total assets. So usuqedile ngo A. Remember we are saying A is equal to O plus L, right? So siqedile ngo A. So by the format bese sibuya sesiya put the figures where necessary. Okay, so sithi manje uza na O and L, equity and liability. Equity and liability. Equity and liabilities. So shareholders equity, shareholders equity, shareholders equity. Note number 7, note number 8. What is note number 7? Ordinary share capital. Note number 8, retained income. So we are at the local go to figure yakho uzoyithola uzoyibhala lapha phezulu, right? And then you go to now to UL, non-current liability. Non-current liabilities. Non-current liability, sin a loan. In this case, sin a loan. Sometimes it can be a loan in the bank, but just a loan. So then we minus the current portion of loan if you call. Right? So look, Okay, we record the figure there, and then siya kuzana kuma liabilities amancane okuyini non-current. Sorry, that is current. We are from the non-current. So now we have current liabilities. Current liabilities, that is note number 9. So stay in trade and other receivables. Tezu 12 izinto zenza note number 9 kodwa sifaka 8. That 4 must be on the face value of the balance sheet. So sinani la trade and other payables. Trade and other payables, right? And then sibe ne bank overdraft, if there's any bank overdraft, sibe shareholders for dividends, and then sibe ne SARS payee. Sorry, I mean SARS, not SARS payee, sorry, SARS income tax, or just SARS. Okay, in this case asinayo i-current portion of loan, kodwa ngizosasa ngiyibhala nje ukuthi ecase ubone ukuthi if ikhona bezoyibhala current portion of loan. Asinayo current portion of loan in this case. And then konke lokhu mfundi uyaku-add ukuletha lapha egcineni, totalize everything, right? And then usuthola i-answer yakho ke okuyini total equity and liability. Okay, acheck ukuthi equation isiphatheleni ke thina, right? Acheck ukuthi yini esinayo yini esingenayo. Okay, acheck ukuthi yini esingenayo. Okay, acheck ukuthi yini esinayo yini esingenayo. Remember, what we have is what we can get, what we don't have is what we can get, what okay, so basically into esinayo yini esinayo la uma uchecka sine retained income. So sihambe uyabhala ifigure ye retained income. Retained income is note number 8. So uyabhala lapha retained income, right? Retained income. So imalini esinikezwe ye retained income u950. Look at the question paper. So sinezwe u950,000. If futhi into abasinezile laphana sinezwe ama creditors control, ama debtors siwanikeziwe, basineze nane bank overdraft. Okay, lokho kunye ngoba safuna ukuthi sik-adjust, si-add, so we si-consider khona. Basineze i-bank overdraft. Bank overdraft straight nje sinikeziwe this time around nansi lapha 178. Yabo nje ngendlela elula ngakhona i-accounting, you are given i-figure la everything kunje wena ufune uyibhale at the right space and therefore you get a mark. So where can you get such kind of a subject except i-accounting? Khona i-petty cash ne-cash float, right? So i-petty cash, we said i-petty cash and cash float kwenza ini? Kwenza note number 2. Remember ne? Stay petty cash float it's equal to note number 2. So which means again now we are going back to note number 2 so I mean note number 6. Why I'm saying note number 2? Note number 6. So sine bank and petty cash, right? Bank petty cash bese sekuba ile yamali ye fixed deposit okuthiwa izokhokhwa in less than 12 months. Remember, we are told there on number C, 30% of the fixed deposit maturing in amount to 195,000. So 3 lava amount la one. So which means our cash and cash equivalent kuzoba imali ye petty cash lesinikezwe la, sinikezwe malini? Sinikezwe petty cash is 500, is 5,000. We are add plus 1,000 cash float, and then plus 195. Please note that thing, 195,000. Because it is so which means a fixed deposit here too is not a fixed. This one, I mean a fixed for let's say calculate. So now what 5,000 plus 1,000 is equal to 6,000, right? Plus 195,000. That's an amount of cash and cash here too. In 195,600, right? Nje wena nje lokho onakho you just project udila ngalokho onakho up until uyothola lokho ongenakho, right? Siphinde futhi check ukuthi yini esinayo. Sine deposit, water and electricity. Can you just put NB there, deposit? So which means kukhokhiwe lapha. Yabona, depositile. I mean that is a prepaid. I deposit it's a prepaid. I prepaid stay is part of of what? Of note number 5. So on our note number 5 here you can see prepaid expense. So it will be part of the prepaid expense. Okay, note number 5. USARS wethu simnikeziwe SARS income tax u6,000 credit. So sisiyambhala uSARS income tax on our balance sheet. Nangu SARS wethu ongu6,000 SARS income tax sinikeziwe lapha u6,000. So sino 6,000 here, right? And then bese khona o accrued no income received in advance. Okay, so now let's go to note number 9. Note number 9 is terminal unezinto ezingaki, sithe unezinto ezu 12 kodwa i4 ingena ngala on the face value of the balance sheet. Sinani ke lapha na check nazi izinto esithe singena ku note number 9, trade and other payables. Yabo sithe zo 9 izinto engena lapha. So njengamanje into esinayo thina sinani, sino SARS nangu SARS payee of 15,000. So which means la uzoba nobani mfundi, uzoba no 15,000. So 15,000 plus 15,000 plus SARS payee wakho plus income received in advance u8,000. Yabona, let me just show you what is izinto, just to remind you iziphi izinto ezingena ku trade and other payables. Okay, that is note number 9, right? Okay, so yes, nazi phela mshawon sinani la sino SARS income tax nangu SARS income tax, right? Ngaphinda ngabhala income received in advance, called income received in advance. Khona nama creditors control, right? Creditors control there on top angubani 28 plus 208 250, right? Iphi futhi into ekhola laphana khona no medical aid asinayo. Yes, khona nama shareholders for dividends wanikeziwe already. Okay, angu 150 shareholders for dividends aswabali 150,000 shareholders for dividends, right? Phinde kube khona ini futhi laphana okay, siya check lapho ukuthi ine esina engena laphana. Yeah, akusekho kunye ufuneke kungene lapha, check nangalana. Okay, istock lesiyana no istock ngeke sisilokhuze lapha. Okay, khona into abayishilo ke laphana on D. They said the stock is valued using weighted average method. All stock is purchased. So there was ama purchases lapha khona ama returns abuye emuva lapha ngo January. Yabo angu 226,500. Funeswa minus that figure, we have to minus that figure, right? Let's minus that figure. So which means here we're going to minus lama returns. Into engajwayelekile ke le ukuthi kube khona ama returns because this is a stock valuation for note number 2. Then sesiqedile then for we do our calculations. So we are saying 15,000 plus 8,000, right? So 15,001 now 15,000. 15,000 for ISA's payee plus 15,000. Okay, 15,000 for USA's payee plus 8,000 for income received in advance, right? Plus Yama creditors control plus 208 250, right? Minus those returns 22650, then not 650. Okay, 22650 so imali yethu esizoyibhala phezulu engu-208 6000, right? Asinayo current portion of loan. Bengenzela nje wena ukuthi at least wazi ukuthi current portion of loan if ikhona nayo sizoyibhala. Lesiya add ke manje ama current liabilities wethu onke. Sinoba sino 208 6000, right? Plus 178,000 plus 15,000, so I mean plus 150,000, sorry, 150,000 plus 6,000. I think that's the swatcholile now. Plus 6,000 is equal to 20,000. Okay, that's the figure that esitholayo laphana for ama asset amancane, ama current liability. I-loan bathini nge-loan? Khona into abayishow lapha nge-loan. Let's go to kuyona, right? Khona into abayishow nge-loan bathi i-loan. Okay, what they were saying about the loan. Okay, abasho next nge-loan to a question mark and there's no story eshow nge-loan. Kodwa sinikezwe ama ratios, the ratios. Remember i-loan, I mean i-ratio ethinta i-loan yini? I-debt equity ratio, right? Let's go and write the formulas of these ratios quickly. Okay, eyokuqala i-ratio esinikezwe lapha ku-E. Sinikezwe ini? I-NAV, right? What's the formula for the NAV? Note number 7 plus note number 8 is equal to number. Okay, is equal to, okay, note number 7 plus note number 8 for the NAV is equal to number of shares at the end of year. Now, manje kufuneka understand futhi nama ratios at the same time while ukwi balance sheet. Number of shares issued at the end of the year, right? Times by 100 over 1. So I check ukuthi yini abasinikeze yona. So sinikezweni thina so far. Okay, sinikezwe note number 7, note number 8 sinayo. Uyambona? Nathi figure u950. Into esingenayo bani? Note number 7. What is note number 7? Note number 7 is ordinary share capital. Okay, let me write here. I mean sifuna ukuthola esingenakho. So this is ordinary share capital. So uyabona ke la uthi ifigure esingenayo yipi? Okay, this is the first figure. Then let's go to another ratio esinikeziwe, solvency. Okay, let's go to the solvency. Remember, sawenza ama ratios. Solvency. What's the formula for the solvency? Total assets is to total liability. Total liabilities. Okay. Siya-check-a ukuthi sinikezwe what's an answer ku NAV. I-NAV sinikezwe i-answer ubani u75 cent, 175 cent. I-solvency basinikezile u2.1 and then i-debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is another ratio, equity ratio. What's the formula for the debt equity ratio? It's non-current liability. Non-current liability is to 7 plus 8. U7 and 8, remember, shared as equity. So basinikeza ama-results akhona angu 0.6 is to 1, right? Nalapha 0.6 is to 1. Lena enye noma singasayibhalanga asikho isidingo ngoba vele sisazowenza ama-calculation wakhona. So yini esingenawo la? Ama-non-current liability siya-check-a asinawo. Non-current liability is no current. Unote number 7 and 8 asinawo. So kodwa we can get this thing bese sesiya reverse. Okay, asicheckeni ke lapha ukuthi okay la ama total assets asinawo futhi now, total liabilities asinawo. So let's just carry on sizame ukusolve lokho esingakwazi ukuthi sikusolve thina up until then sithole i-answer yethu. Okay, let's check ukuthi ayikho into ekhuluma ngeloan. Okay, ayikho into ekhuluma ngeloan. Let's check ukuthi ayikho into ekhuluma ngecapital. Bathini ngecapital? Capital ayikho nayo, but we can use i-ratio. Uyabona? We can use the ratio there for the capital, I mean, as well. Okay, let's go and try to solve that. Okay, let's look at our fixed deposit. Where's that question paper? Okay, let's look at the fixed deposit. Okay, it's fine. Remember, mfundi. Okwamanje jena, you are just writing. You see, you are just getting those free marks. You see, those free marks. Kodwa ungakhohlwa ukwenza lokho. Lokho it will make your life very easy. Yabo njengalapha ku NAV. Na ku NAV sinikeziwe i-number of shares issued at the end. So uma check lapha ku B sinayo in i-denominator engubani engu 160. 160. So that is 1.6 million. Sorry, 1.6 million. And then sinayo ifigure ka 7, I mean ka 8, i-retained income engu, so that you can get to 7 engu 950. And the results, so into esingenawo nansi lapha. So ukuze sithole le figure le elapha sizothini. Very simple. You are saying 950, right? Let me just write it down. Okay, I'll write down here. Okay, sifuna ukuthola le figure le la. Right. Ukuthola nansi le figure le lapha. Let me just put the arrow here. Right, sifuna ukuthola nansi le figure le yana. Ukuthola le figure le yana. So uzothini ke manje la? Ngoba yabona sinikezwe i-answer but we don't know what was the answer here. So uzothini lapha? Uzofika ukuthi 950, right, times, okay, 950,000 times by 175 times by 175 divided by 100. Right, so which means lapha ifigure yethu la ingubani? So uzothi 950 times by 175 divided by 100. So which means unote number 7 wethu ungubani? Ungu 166,500. So usuzombhala on your balance sheet ke now. 166,500. That is our figure for the balance sheet. 166,500. Okay. So see, then again, you can add now. Can you just add? Add those two figures. Note number 7 and note number 8. I mean, uzukhona uzobona ukuthi imalini figure yakho isihlangene. So it's 166,500 plus 950. You see, so that's your figure there. Collectively, that's your figure there. Isi yonke. So usuqedile uma ngabe usuyenze kanjalo mfundi, you get your answer here. Okay, you get your answer. So which means ifigure yakho usitholile lapha engu 2, so that is total figure there. It's 261 Okay, 261,500. Okay, remember sitheni lapha mfundi, sithe number of shares issued at the end. Okay, sithe number of shares issued at the end. Here into ofuna uyenze nansi, inumber sinikeze ubani engu 1.6 million. 1.6 million times by 175. That is 175 there. So 1.6 times by 175 divided by 100. Right? Remember, 175 divided by 100. Okay, let's do it. 1.6, 1, 2, 3 times by 175. The answer divided by 100. You see? So which means here, sorry, I wrote the figure wrong la. The spacing is wrong. Tola 2.8 million. Yeah, 2.8 million. Million, remember, no zero about 6. Right? Minus 950. 950,000. So which means la pass no 1,850,000. 1,850,000. This is one here. 1,850,000. Okay. Iloko okufuneka ngoba they are saying here according to the ratio. According to the ratio, nansi into esifuna esingenayo, but sinayo number of shares. The number of shares is 1.6 million. 1.6 million, right? 1.6 million times by 175, low 175 low, divide by 100. So you'll be getting a combination of 7 and 8. Ogungubani, ogungu 2.8, sorry, ogungu 2.8 million. So that is 2.8 million. So okay, ususolve izinto eziningi ngokwenza kanje. Yabona? Ususolve izinto eziningi. Sesiya checka futhi kwenye i-ratio ukuthi yiphi enye into engasisiza among these ratios to get amanye ama-figure. Yabona? Yiphi enye figure lama ratios lawa ngoba sesiwabhale nama formulas akhona. What is another figure that can also assist us? Because we are not given izinto eziningi lapha, sinezwe nje ukuthize wena ufuna kodwa understand ukuthi ukureveza uzoreveza kanjani. Okay, so yabona ukuthi sesimtholile manje ubani, sesimtholile u7 and 8 collectively, samthola wonke current asset wethu. Then we can go now i-ratio elandelayo. I-ratio elandelayo esinikezwe lapha nansi, it's what is solvency. I-solvency ithini? Ithi total asset is to total liability. Sinama total asset here as now. Total liabilities as now, right? So debt equity ratio, yes, we can get a debt equity ratio. Yabona? Singathola ini? The non-current liability. I-loan singayithola i-loan manje. Yabona? Singayithola i-loan mfundi, yabona? Ngoba sinawo 7 and 8. Sithe 7 and 8 ungubani? Ungu 2.8 million. So 2.8 million, right, is equal to 0.6 is to 1. And then into esingenawo nansi. Angisho yabo uma siya le siya multiply bese le figure le esingayazi divide by this is equal to this. So now because you are going back, you must multiply. So which means 2.8. Remember, multiply uhamba no then not divide. Plus uhamba no minus. So 2.8 million, right? 2.8 million times by 0.6. So which means imali alone ingubani ingu 16, the money for the loan 1680123. Cela ukuthi ngiphinde ngiyenze futhi ngoba into ecritical. Sesina value 7 and 8 wethu mfundi nangu lapha ku balance sheet wethu simthole sithe number of shares at the end times by 175 divided by 100, you get to 7 and 8 collectively. It showed us equity. And then bese uthi le minus le uthole what is missing 1,850,000. So now siza kule ratio labasineze yona. Yabona? So you are saying this times by 0.8, you get there. So which means the figure for the loan, you are saying 2.8 million times by 0.6. So which means 1. So which means here on the loan, as now current portion of loan in this time around, 1680,000. Sesiqedile ke la uyabona information eminingi la ingaka left hand side, equity and liability. Right. So usuya add ke manje, usu add ini your 7 and 8, right, plus your bigger L for ama liabilities, your smaller L, and then you get what now? Total equity and liability. Total equity and liabilities. Total equity and liabilities. Remember njalo bekhona imali esiyiminus lapha engu2650. Into engajwayelekile ke le ngoba yini khona ama returns lapha. They will return. That's why we minus that one on that table. So sesiya add ke lama figures lawa oyi3 alapha u2.8 million 1 2 3 plus 1680 1 2 3 plus 24 nangu 24 lengikhuluma ngayo 24 20 1 2 3. So ifigure lapha okufuneka siyithole ke sithola bani? Sithola ithola u5 5.6 million 5.6 okay, get 5.6 million. That is 5.6. Okay, let's go once more. So sinefika lapha engu 2.8, nefika engu 1 engu 1680,000. Sibe nefika lapha ezansi sehlangane yonke lapha ezansi. Ifika yethu lapha ezansi sehlangane konke sinobani? Sino 11. No. Okay, we have 1120,000. Okay, that is 1120,000. Yeah, if you add everything there. So let's go once more. We have 2.8 million. 1 2 3 plus 1680 1 2 3 plus 1120 1 2 3. Yeah, that is 5.6 million. Right, remember a million when uba number ezo 6 number leyo bese uba other 6 numbers. So usuqedile ngalokho mfundi lama figures lawana maningi kakhulu. Ngicela ukuthi let's check lapha ku trade and other receivables once more ukuthi yonke into right. Sithe sinobani? Sino 15,000, right? Now 15,000, sathi sino 8,000, right? Sathi sino 6,000, no 150 minus 22. There was also 205, right? And there's also 205. After 205, there's also accrued expense there. Now add the accrued expense of 7.4. Remember, it's there also in our format, right? Plus 7,400. Accrued expense, right? Add the accrued expense on the format. So now add the izinto zakho, they will add up to 120,000, and therefore, so which means ngoba sithe u-A is equal to O plus u-L. So sesinaye already ifigure yangakwa this is the left hand side. This is the left hand side. Right, is equal to the right hand side. So say na ifika yakwa left hand side okungo 5.6 million. Yabona? Shota ngala. So le fika le sesiyisa manje lapha ku total assets. Nazi fika sezoyibhala le fika le. Ngisho lapha ku blank. Should means information ngala is lacking. Ayikho information on the asset side. Sithola information almost yonke ku equity and liability. Yabona? So which means la sizobhala bani la u5.6 5 million, right? 5.6 million. So la sizothola bani sibhala bani 5.6 value 5.6 million. Then sesiya reverse ke manje we reverse going back. Sesiya check ifike esikwazi lapho ukuthi sicalculate lapha it was cash and cash equivalent. Kodwa khona into abayishilo lapha nge fixed deposit. Let's go on the fixed deposit. It's how much money for the fixed deposit. The fixed deposit will do some workings here. Nento engajwayelekile kabayisho nge fixed deposit. Remember a fixed deposit yethu ngoba manje it was cash and cash. Kodwa khona into abayishilo ngo 30%, right? So uzofika ukuthi 195,000. Okay, let me use another color there. 195,000. Right, 195. Okay, 195. Okay, that is, look at the fixed deposit. Go to UC. 195,000. Right, times by U70 was square a move. Times by U70. Remember, they told us about 30% there. So which means 30% was current, and therefore U70 it's fixed, right? So divide by 30. So we are saying now 195,000. Yes, the figure there is 0.3 times by 70 divided by 30. So you get your figure your fixed deposit on 455 000. 455 000. That's a figure for the fixed deposit. And then we go and check. Remember, significa phela lapha ye cash and cash. And then such a fixed deposit. Then we can get trade and other receivables, right? Trade and other receivables yenziwa yini ama debtors minus the bad debts coming from the adjustment, and then see add the accrued income as well as prepaid expense. Sinakho lokho, right? So let's add it here. So yini esinayo ke lapha? So siya check ukuthi into esinayo. Sinayo ifika yama debtors. Let's go to the debtors control. Debtors control, we have 210, right? 210,000, 210,000, right? Minus the provision. The provision that's now on the adjustment because our information. Therefore, we minus that one, 11,000. We take that one. Minus 11,000, right? So automatically we are getting in net trade now. But we are not going to say equal to net trade. No, we just keep on adding. We have to minus off or minus, right? And then after this, we are adding. There is a 4,000 accrued income, right? Ithala accrued income. 4,000, right? You can see the accrued income there of equivalent to 4,000, right? As well as that deposit. The deposit, it's a prepaid expense plus 9,000. So sesiqedile, right? Sesiqedile about this often esizenze la. Okay, then sesiya add ke manje sino 210,000, right? 210,000 plus, sorry, not plus, 210,000 minus a provision, let 11,000, right? Plus 4,000 plus 9,000. So you'll be getting 2. You are getting 2. Not a 2. It's 2,000. 2,000. So that's the figure. That's the figure that you are getting for trade and other receivables. For the inventory, see now inventory, as now inventory, there's no inventory, right? And as now, okay. According to abayishilo on the inventory, let's go. Ku-inventory lapho sicheckwe khona ukuthi siyam-understand yini unote upaper 2 stock valuation, right? Kuthiweni laphana to stock is valued using the weighted average method. And all our stock is purchased on credit. So kufanele senze ini stock valuation laphana using weighted average method. Okay, easy. So ukuze sithole ifigure ye stock. So once we get the figure ye stock, zobe sesiqedile. So let's go and calculate ifigure ye stock using weighted average method. Right? So that's weighted average method. Ikanje weighted average method mawubala istock sakho. This is a weighted. Okay, let me just hide this one at the meantime because ungezokuba confused. So this is weighted average method. Calculating indlela yokubala istock. Remember khona FIFO, khona periodic, khona izwe na perpetual, right? So weighted average method, right? So we do this. Phezulu ufaka ama values, underneath ufaka ama units. So sit opening stock. Our opening stock, more check on the question paper on D, ubani 320. So we have opening stock of 320. We write the values there, right? Plus purchases, total purchases were to 1,392,380, right? Less the returns. Nama returns lawa alesiwe. Ama returns abe ngo January. Manga kuthiwa third pair, so which means there were 3 items. 3 items at what price asazi kodwa we can calculate that price. So then you have to say 226,500, right? We are not given that one. Divide by the units with 300. So which means we were selling lapha ngo January at 755. So 755, right? 75. Okay, let me just write it here this way, Kings. So uzofika uthi laphana 22. Okay, uzofika uthi 226,500 divide by 300. So uzoba nobani ke manje no 755. That's your unit price times by 3 because there were 3 items A, B, C. So which means that is 22665. So we are saying 755 times by 3. So that is basically your returns. Then here ama values wako, opening units 520 plus purchases units, it's 1960 less out 3 times by units on hand. Units on hand is nobani, it's no 325. If you calculate all this, you do your numerator on your stock, the stock. So you're going to have something of this nature. Okay, because of the time, right? We're going to say the numerator yako will be for the stock will be 169,000, right? That is your stock there, right? 500 divide by it denominator yako 520 plus 1960 less 3. Your denominator would be 2450, right? Times by a number of units on hand, that is 325. So which means your stock value, your stock figure would be 224 250. And then usuya add manje lana la 1 2 3 uthola ini your current assets. Your current assets basically would be 637 250. So uyabona ukuthi manje still awunayo ifigure yani yama fixed or tangible assets. Sekusimple ke manje angisho ubuzofika ukuthi le figure le yama tangible yama fixed buzofika ukuthi this figure somewhere here plus this one is equal to this. So now we have to go back now. We have to minus. So 5.6, you see, like, I mean, if you go back, if we were supposed to add, you must minus. If we were supposed to multiply, we have to divide. You see. So now we are saying 5.6 million, right? Minus 637,250. You get your figure there on top. Nansi figure yakho oyitholayo. Sorry, you get your figure there on top. Engu 496,750. You see, that's a figure that you're going to get there, because now we are saying this one minus this is equal to this, right? And then you come here, you have to say this one minus, that is inside the box, right? So minus 45550, 1, 2 is, therefore total 50, total, sorry, 450, 7750. So i-balance sheet yakho yabona ukuthi isi-balancing. Look, i-balance sheet yakho, you are proving that equation to A is equal to O plus L. U-A wethu ungu 5.6, right? As well as u-A wethu, I mean u-O and L wethu ungu 5.6. Kodwa into ofuna uyisebenzise, funeke nje into engathipisa ngayo, funeke uma unezwe ama-ratios, uwabhala ama-ratio and uwa-understand ama-formulas akhona. Njengoba nje la was writing, and azange wasebenzise onke, ngisebenzise ambalwa, sibenzisele nale. Okunye vele kade sekuyiphendula, vele sekuphendulekile. And then ungakhohlwa also calculator i-stock sakho by using i-weighted average method. You see, that's how we reach over there. Ngicabanga ukuthi ke isikhathi sesishayile bafundi. Siyabonga kakhulu. Sijabula ukuthi at least sikwazi ukuthi siqede le question ye balance sheet. Siyabonga ukuthi nawe uphendulekile emibuzweni yakhe eminingi. Thank you.
Ningakhohlwa ukuthi nisengathokozela ezinye izifundo eziyisithupha kanye nezengeziwe i-learner wellness, i-career guidance kanye ne-advanced program. Hlanganyela nathi kwizifundo ezi-online ku-068 151 1072 noma ku-GoDigi@godigitalsa.today. Siyabonga.